I call the member for Robertson.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'm really pleased to support this motion from the member for Griffith and, of course, to support National Volunteers Week. But I actually really think that every week should be National Volunteers Week, because every single day thousands of people in my community give of themselves selflessly and tirelessly to help others in our community. I know they don't ask for much, and they certainly don't ask for the limelight, but this motion is a really appropriate way to acknowledge the work of 6 million volunteers around Australia and the contribution they make both socially and economically, as we've heard already in this debate, to assist others and to build a better future for our nation. They are the bedrock of our society, no more so than on the Central Coast in my own community, because according to the 2011 census, 19,000 people do some kind of volunteering in my electorate of Robertson. They're people from all ages, from all walks of life. 1 in 5 volunteers in my community are aged over 15 years. 17% in my community are aged 15 and 19, between 15 to 19, young people having a go and making a difference. And about 11% are aged over 80, Madam Deputy Speaker. The Executive Officer of Volunteering Central Coast, Michelle Vanstone, was telling me there's around 3,000 groups on the Central Coast, including schools, Rotary and other organisations that organise voluntary work. And Volunteering Central Coast help volunteers in our community, around 1,000 people a year they actually place. They serve in so many ways, Madam Deputy Speaker, and it's impossible in the few short minutes that we have to name them all, but here is a snapshot. Surf lifesaving, a very important movement here on the Central Coast. There are 15 clubs on the Central Coast, 8 of them in my electorate of Robertson. They're an army of red and yellow volunteers who make our beaches among the safest in the world. No more so than in my own club, Terrigal Surf Lifesaving Club, and I was pleased to attend their awards presentation on Saturday night. They've got more than 1,100 members and around 350 active patrol members who served for more than 10,000 hours, in fact nearly 11,000 hours. No lives lost over the last season. There were 32 rescues at Terrigal Beach. Could have been higher, except for the nearly 1,500 preventative actions that stopped our swimmers getting into trouble in the first place. And so today I just want to acknowledge and place on record my appreciation to our club president, Paul Quick, and to his entire committee, particularly Marty Love, Beres Meldrum, Chris and Tony Jones, and my own patrol captain, Peter Ives. They represent the committee members of so many other surf clubs right across the Central Coast. In singling out a few, as I will do here today, Madam Deputy Speaker, I believe there are the examples of many of other people in our community who serve so tirelessly and so selflessly. People in the Woy Woy Rotary Club, for example, President Peter Moat and his wife Jane Moat, and I know they organise a fantastic opera in the Arboretum at Pearl Beach, which over the last 10 years has raised around $200,000 that goes to assist local community groups in my electorate. The Copacabana Progress Association, and I've spent quite a bit of time with President Peter Hill and his committee members. They're campaigning, volunteering in their time for better and safer local roads in Copacabana and for seeing the prompt rollout of fast broadband to Copacabana, which I'm pleased to say our government is delivering. The Gosford Business Improvement District, led by Deborah Warwick, who are working together to make sure that Gosford is a living, vibrant city. And in fact, this Saturday there's a National Day of Thanksgiving right in the heart of Gosford at Kewell Park. They are organising together with Liberty Family Church, led by Tim and Kim Jones, calling out our local heroes around the Central Coast. CWA, we've got 6 branches in my electorate of Robertson, led by Group President Elizabeth Sutherland, in places such as Peach Ridge, Summersby, Terrigal, Umina Beach and Woy Woy, and they do a great job. Of course, our volunteer SES, led by our Gosford controller Rolf Garder and his wife Sue, who did such an extraordinary job through the recent storms, and I have spoken my tribute to them in another place. Our football and sporting clubs around the Central Coast, led by outstanding people such as Ben Spackman, President of the Sharks, or the Terrigal Wombrel Junior Rugby League Club, who in addition to running the club shaved his head to help raise important awareness for brain cancer on Saturday. Club President Warwick Davis from the Woy Woy Roosters, who does an outstanding job in our community every single day. Our local churches, the army of volunteers who support and work with outstanding organisations such as Rotary, Coast Shelter in Gosford, Mary Max in Woy Woy, led by the indefatigable Christine Burge. There are so many volunteer organisations I could name, but as Ronald Reagan once said, no matter how big and powerful government gets and how many services it provides, it can never take the role or the place of volunteers. So I paid tribute to our volunteers today. They are the fabric of our society. I am proud of the work that they do, and I thank them all.
I thank the member for Robertson. The time allotted for this debate has expired.